Greetings everyone and welcome to a new first taste for the channel, where today we're going to be checking out the game Lonestar. Now Lonestar is self-advertised as a strategic roguelike spaceship deck builder. All of those things are true, but they're kind of twists on the whole deck builder theme. There is deck building in this, but it's a kind of a subtle sort of thing. I would have said this is more of a tactical battler, though there is definitely strong roguelite elements to it. It is developed by Math Tide and published by Thermite Games. This is the demo. It has a to-be-announced release date, so we'll just be keeping our eyes on this one. But it is always easier to show than to describe, so we're going to just go ahead and jump into the game and see what this game has to offer us. Now, we're going to start a game. I have played through one game of this. I figured I'd just make sure that the recording environment was okay and just get to grips with the controls, and then I promptly won my first run. I can all but promise you that that luck will not last, and I will probably struggle in this. It seems the sort of game where RNG elements can really strongly dictate the outcomes of the battles. Right, dear bounty hunter, you're about to embark on a journey of bounty hunting. Well, I mean, that's fair. To enjoy the premium services of the Bounty Hunter Association, please enter your basic information. We haven't got up to rank 10 yet. I am associate level 4. The level cap in the demo is 5, so we're never going to get there, at least in the demo. Now you can choose your pilot. Now, the nice thing about this is we do have a lot of pilots to choose from. The first jump in was tutorialed and there was just a single pilot, but as I completed the first run, we have unlocked a lot of new choice. Each time there will be 3 random pilots to choose from. All pilots have the unique inherent talents and random talents, which require certain association levels to unlock. We will be able to get up to the point of unlocking the first level of talents. I wonder how many there will be, though. Use reroll chances to reselect pilots. Reroll chances are primarily earned through each playthrough. In the meantime, you have the option to designate a specific pilot for guaranteed appearances. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. Let's have a quick look. We've got the Seasoned Thief, Master Collector, and Build Master. Build Scholar. For every 25 star coins earned, you can choose from different builds. Call for support, choose one for overclocking or trip power units. Okay, I guess, it actually describes it on the side. I should just pay attention. Right, so overloading. When loading energy, if the energy points are greater than the overclock threshold, its effect is triggered. This will be easier to explain once we're in the game. They're talking about stats which are... It's going to be much easier to visually show these sorts of things. Trip power. After loading a total of 3 energy, its effect is triggered. The loading progress will be retained until triggered. So, in effect, we have weapon systems, and each turn we have to choose to load power into those weapon systems, and the power is effectively our deck. We have a deck of certain types of power cards. Right, we got inherent talents over here for the Seasoned Thief. Inside the shop, you can steal 1 item for free, but you cannot purchase other items. A thief? Us? No, we're not that kind of rascal. Master Collector. At the start of the battle, for every 5 treasure you own, 1 energy is generated. Ooh, now that's very interesting. Treasures, you gradually build them up through the game, so this wouldn't have much effect early on, but late game, this would be very, very nice for us. Let's go ahead with Dango. Dango, a Master Collector, always loves shiny treasure. No matter what their quality is, she wants to include them all in her collection. I can respect the fellow loot goblin. We're going to go with you. Right, choose a mission. Entry complete. Please confirm that your information is accurate. The Bounty Hunter Association wishes you all the best and return as a legendary hunter. Well, we'll just go ahead and set sail. Now then, the tactical battles happen... in between kind of guaranteed options to then go and do a little vacation or trade. It's not like FTL, where you might end up with several battles, one after the other. This one is much more on rails. You'll have a battle, you'll have some downtime to do stuff, then you'll have another battle, and so on and so forth until you fight the boss of that area. But within the kind of downtime, there are events which I would say a little bit FTL-like. Right, we're going up against a steadfast spaceship with Lin Ping as the criminal, danger level henchman. Lin Ping's biggest dream was to pursue a stable job and join the Bounty Hunters Association, but life didn't go as planned, leading him to take a different path. We've all been there, I suppose. Right, reward, we'll get a unit selection, we'll get some fuel, and we'll get some star coins. Stable bean. After loading an energy, the loaded energy points return to 4. Okay, that's an interesting one. What we've got on our ship right now, these are support items with that little like bolt. And then the arrow here designates a weapon. So this all of our weapons can have any kind of energy loaded in. That's the grey. Yeah, orange ones can have orange or higher. Basically, grey is the lowest tier of energy. And any energy slot can have its tier or higher loaded. It goes grey, blue, orange. So this has to be an orange. This can be a blue or orange. And any of these can be grey, blue, or orange. This weapon can have 2 energy loaded into it. And these 2 can only have 1 each. This is a game about balancing your energy, which will be obvious once we jump into it. Now, the enemy is moved and has decided to deploy its energy. We can shimmy around, only 1 tile away from middle, and at the end of every turn, we return to the middle set. So I could move up there so that we're aligned. They are putting 8 energy down this column and 4 energy down this column. Outside of the 3 columns, nothing can happen. Each ship is exactly 3 wide. You don't include the wings. The goal is to equalize the energy or to, well, ultimately overload the energy, and thus you will win the duel and do the stated overflow of energy's worth of damage to your opponent. They start with 2 shield. At the end of each showdown, 1 point of durability is reduced for each failed column. When durability reaches 0, the ship becomes paralyzed and stops for 1 turn. They've got 12 hit points, we've got 24 hit points, and we've got 4 shields worth of power here, though I don't believe that we get paralyzed in the same way that the enemy do. Nevertheless, we would need to get 8 power up there. That's going to be a tricky one. We don't have the means to do that. Even if we had all of these 2 items, 4 and 3 is the closest we could get, which would be 7, but that would leave this one, at best, a 2. But if we have a look over here, after loading an energy, generates another energy that is 1 point higher than the loaded one. So, given that, I would be able to load a 5 into this if I particularly wanted to. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to load 5 in there. We've now got a 5 energy. If I move, this uses up fuel. But right now, the best course of action for us to play is to try and get in a position where I can overload this. Since I can't put that in there because I need it to be orange, we're just going to have to roll with this. So I'm going to move down. I'm going to place the 5 here. We're going to overload this lane, and we're going to end that turn. We'll retain these cards. We win that, and we've taken them down by 1. Okay, you're shimmying again. Another 8 there. You're going to cause me to use up all my fuel here, aren't you, you scallywag? Alright, well, I can certainly appreciate the play. Right now, I can already roll a 5 here. I could just tank the damage, since I do have shield points, which I can use to tank. Problem is, I would lose 3 shield points in one go. That being said, I would be able to hit you pretty hard. Let me go ahead and build up my energy here. So I'm going to put... Well, realistically, I would like to put the 2 in the blue slot, but it's fine. We'll get a 3 there, but I can put the 3 back in to get a 4, because remember, the blue here can accept blue or higher, which is orange. So we're going to do that to get a 4. There we are. Now, I'm going to place 5 down here. That is going to allow 3 points through. That'll hit our shield. That won't be a big problem. But I can put 4 here and 3, which is going to hit them for 3 points of damage as well. 1 point will be absorbed by the shield. 2 points... Oh, actually, they will, in fact, lose 3 points. I think that's because they are overwhelmed. It's the fact that we win the duel that hits the durability. So there we go. Broke that, took them down to 8 points. But they are now paralyzed, so we have a free turn at this stage. Sadly, I can't bulk that up. Very sadly. But let's go ahead, we'll pop these in. I can't do that again. We'll pop 3 there, 4 here, 3 over there. We don't need to worry about overflow. We are going to win this fight handedly. There we go. I was supposed to be a bounty hunter too. Well, you didn't make the cut, I'm afraid. Okay, we get 3 star coins, 1 fuel. Choose 1 unit to obtain. We definitely want the fuel, but let's go for this instead. This is going to give us 1 of either of these support units. So a diffusion aura. After loading energy, all attack units gain 2 strength. Now that is very interesting. but it has to be a blue energy. This one, and all of these items can be upgraded, by the way. There's a lot of strategy in this. We'll see that as we play through and get more items on the go. After loading an energy, generate another energy that is 1 point lower than the loaded one, and the attack unit behind gains 2 strength. Now that's an interesting play. This would mean all my attack units would load 2 energy effectively. That's what gain strength means. Whereas this one, I would load energy in and that energy would downgrade, but it would then stack 2 strength on the unit. That is a potentially very good use. I'm going to slide this back. It has to be the unit behind. We are definitely going to go with this one, though. We'll, of course, take the fuel. We'll also take the star coins. Thank you. Then we're going to slide this one up there. Now, that one's going to affect this one. How... Oh, is it directly behind, or can any amount of them work? No, it is directly behind. Fair enough. Right, we've got 2 days of vacation, and all of these take 2 days, so we really only have one option here, but later on, every fight you go through, you get more days of vacation. We could go over here, possibly get a unit. We've got weight. Each unit is 1 weight, and I think I would like to try and grab another unit if we can. In the universe, you come across a ship with almost no armor. I mean, one would assume I'm going to come across a ship in the entire universe, drifting aimlessly in space as its pilot has lost control of it. Pick up units, gain 1 rare unit. Repair, gain 1 common treasure, and we are a treasure hunter. I would like a rare unit, but I would also like a treasure. Let's go for the treasure. You help the unfortunate pilot repair his ship. As a token of gratitude, he gives you his most precious portable shop and tells you a chilling story about someone from the Adeptus Mechanicus arms himself with his ship's armor and eventually becomes immobilized. What? Crossover, my lord. Okay, I'll take the portable shop. Shop. Call for support. Gained. Okay, we've picked this up. That's a common treasure, but it adds to it another treasure. There we go. Now we need to get up to 5 treasures or more. So, can only be accessed 1 time per run. This is basically giving us the ability to sell, or, well, to buy. We can also get refills and repairs. But right now, we've got only 15 coins. That's really not enough. We're going to end our vacation and go on to the next enemy. Right, wanted. Great Wall. The criminal Old Chen. As long as my spaceship is big enough, it can always hit the enemy. Old Chen loves to boast about his Great Wall after a few drinks, but maintaining such a large spaceship left him heavily in debt. Okay, yeah, you've got 5 weapons, so there's no way for me to dodge this. I can mitigate some of the damage by choosing my battles a bit, but that's about it. Now, I am straight up going to load this in. It seems that 1 is the minimum, but this has now been loaded with 2 energy. We'll go ahead, we'll pop that in, gentle tap. Now I can load 1 thing in here to balance that out, but I'm not really going to be able to overwhelm you, so I'm going to shimmy on up. I can go ahead and win that fight. We need very little to win this one. I'll put 3 in there to win that fight. We'll put 5 in here. Winning that fight, and you know what, we'll just dump this in as well to pull all of that health down. They have got 4 durability, but we're going to win the duel on 3 lanes, which is going to almost reduce it completely. There we go. We only need 1 more win to paralyze the ship, but we will still have to face all of their turrets, unfortunately. Okay, this is not the best one for us. I'm not going to lie. But okay, once again, going to just load that in straight there. We're going to do the same here. Going to lose some power. Going to gain that back up, though. So at this point, I only need 1 point in order to equalize there. And there's not a lot I'm going to be able to do about it. I could equalize. I could go for the fuel. Sure. All right. Let's load. Load that in there. I'm going to minimize the amount of damage coming my way here. Going to win on this one and then equalize there. So no one wins this duel. We will paralyze it and I will take 1 point of damage on my shield. But the shield gets restored every battle. So it's not something that we need to worry about too much. And in this turn, we will easily win since the enemy is paralyzed at this point. We don't need to do too much, but I'm going to do that anyway, just because. And then I can just load these up. There we go. And that is, may as well flex a little bit. There we are. And minus 13. We almost took out its max health again. Not too bad. I'll take the fuel to replace the fuel we lost, though I am still one down. Some star coins, and let's see what unit we get. Okay, we've got 2 more support units. Weak energy source. Initiate generates 1 white energy. I mean, that isn't a bad thing. Initiate. Clicking on the unit triggers its effect and puts it on cooldown. The number represents the cooldown you turn. So this would cool down for 1 turn. So effectively, I can generate an extra unit of energy every single turn, which isn't too bad. My deck, as it stands, I've got no orange cards. Or maybe I do. The energy generated in battle, blah, blah, blah. Oh, point energy is 1 to 9 points. I've got... is this to say I've got 1 5-point blue? 1 4-point blue, a 3, a 2, and a 1. It's a little bit uncertain about that one, really. But we could get the attenuation device again. So I could start loading power in. But honestly, this seems like a good play here to have the guaranteed white energy. Right, we've got 4 vacation days. I can try and get some coins. I could just do an unknown event, or I can get another unit. Now, we are at weight 6. But let's go and see what we've got over here. A Bearfolk space courier knocks on your spaceship's window, claiming that he is holding a parcel for you, but the information does not seem to match. He asks what your name is. Lidafak, gain 1 common attack unit, or Wadafak, gain 1 common support unit. I wouldn't mind an extra weapon, frankly. There we go. You make up a random name, and the absent-minded courier says that the name on the parcel matches yours and hands over the parcel to you. When you open it, you find a high-voltage amplification core. Sure. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, overclock. When loading energy, if the energy points are above the overclock amount, its effect is triggered. Gains 1 power. Power. During each turn, power will provide additional strength for this unit after energy is loaded for the first time. So, as long as we can put more than 4 energy into it, we'll gain 1 extra energy. That's not terribly bad. I wouldn't mind sacrificing this to gain a little bit more oomph over here. And we could realistically kind of share these out to make sure the lanes are more balanced, but I don't mind having the middle lane be our primary damage dealer. Following that, we'll go to an unknown event. You receive intelligence that the nearby planet Alpha is a gathering place for the Hyena Gang. The bounty hunters decide to launch an assault there. However, by the time you arrive, it seems that the battle has already ended. Explore the ruins, gain 8 star coins, but there's a 50% chance to take 3 damage. Explore the camp, restore HP, but there's a chance to lose star coins. Or explore the battlefield. I could lose a basic core, which is one of my weapons, which I wouldn't actually be terribly unhappy about. Okay. Amidst the wreckage of the battlefield, you witness the devastation of war with ship debris scattered everywhere. However, most of them don't seem to be warships, but merchant ships. Amidst the ruins, you find a barely functioning energy booster. However, when you return to your ship, you find that the basic core is missing, and you're left enraged, not knowing who took it. Bloody scallywags! How dare they scavenge my ship while I'm scavenging the wrecks? Have they no honor? Right, well, energy booster grants the front attack unit with loaded energy 2 extra strength, so that's honestly pretty solid. I could easily just pop this over here. So this, well, I think I'll do it this way. So this one's always going to be fairly powerful, because I don't like putting much emphasis on the side cannons until I can kind of balance it out, because I don't know which direction I'm going to move in, and if I move up, I don't want to have wasted any units on the top part. Right now, we're already going to be favoring moving up a little bit more than moving down, since this is a stronger weapon. But let's go ahead, end the vacation, and we're going to be up against an elite. So, we're against the Ironclad, the criminal Hart. Hart has always been obsessed with force field defense, making his ship both fragile and resilient. However, there's one downside. He has to pay a huge electricity bill each month. Oof. You have my deepest sympathies. I know how that feels. No one could break my shields. No one. Okay, well, let's have a look at these. On failure, take only 1 damage. You lose the shockwave showdown if the strength of the unit in this column is lower than that of the enemy. So basically, I can only do 1 point of damage each turn. So I best win every single fight, because this is going to take a long time otherwise. Well, first and foremost, let's pop you in there. There we go. Secondly, I'm going to pop that in there. Next, let's bump that up a bit. And sure, let's bump it up a little bit more. Now this one will win handedly, but we kind of massive. I shouldn't have done that. That was a massive overstretch. We are wasting, as you can see. We're only doing 1 damage here. I should have balanced that a bit better. And the best I can do over here. I can't even get that in there, sadly. I should have put that down there. What a misplay. What a misplay. Oh well. I'll throw that in just because I can. There we go. And end turn. So for each energy we put in there, this increases the power by 2. That's actually quite good to know. I didn't realize that. But we only did 1 damage then. We got 5, 5, and 3. Okay. We can make this work, I think. So if we pop... This is still going to give us back a 1. Pop that in there. I may have to mitigate this somewhat. Yeah, we're going to have to try. And we realistically only want 1 point of energy in there. Sadly, we're not going to be able to get away with that. I'm going to increase this... Well, a 5 by itself is going to give us the win here. So there we are. And a 2 over here will give us the win there. So we're going to reserve this point here. So I may as well just bump that up a little bit. There we go. That's a nice nice push. There we are. A powerful attack will be launched next turn. Okay, got to dodge the 6s now, which is none too great. Let's lower the 5, I think. Gives us a little bit of extra power. I could lower this 3. Well, first, let's equalize this. I'm going to have to just tank some damage on this side, unfortunately. But that's okay. Pop you in there. Let's power this up. I could win this fight if I wanted to. And I would like to, if I can. If I can make that happen, it would be grand. Currently, I've already got 4 powers, so this will take me well up. I will... Sure, we'll push that. Now, if I want to, I can mitigate the amount of damage to my shield by 1 point. This will be enough to push you into paralyzed. There we go. So now all I need to do is 4 damage and we'll win. Which we should easily be able to achieve. Yeah. Oh, of course, these are actually, no, these are still powered. I was thinking then, why am I not winning? Of course, the shields are still there. The whole ship is paralyzed, and that just means they can't spend energy. But these units aren't consuming energy in order to run. Right, I wish I'd paid attention to that before. Oh well. We only need to win once. I just need to kind of mitigate the amount of damage coming my way here. So I'm going to pop that through. Bump this up a little bit. I can't do that more than that. Okay, well, if I can get this in here, we win. I'll mitigate the damage coming my way there. Win on that one. There we go, not too bad. I never said no one can break my ship. Well, okay, fair. Your shields were still going. The ship just failed in the end. Get our fuel up. Ship weight limit increase. Fantastic. Choose 1 treasure to obtain. We can get a common one. When your shield point reaches 0, generate 1 energy. Okay. Or, Smart Assistant. Attack unit's power takes effect without the need to load energy. Oh. Now that one's interesting. Ah. Power. During each turn, power will provide additional strength. So, does the power continue to rise on the... Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that. That was my bad. Okay, well, we can now have that loaded in. Of course, we've got an option for some better vacays. We do kind of need the fuel at this point, but I'm gonna dance along the edge a little bit. You unexpectedly arrive at a gathering place for the Adeptus Mechanicus, where members of various races, including beastkin, human, and mech specialists, are engaged in a heated debate about their beliefs. Upon seeing your arrival, they decide to use you as proof of the miracles their faith could bring. Dogfolk Engineer, take 4 damage, perform unit upgrade. Human Engineer, lose 4 star coins and perform a unit upgrade. Or Mech Engineer, 90% chance to perform a unit upgrade. I am happy to spend 4 points. Now, this will allow us to showcase this. I mean, I could. There's a very good chance I'd get it. You know what? Fine, we'll risk it for a biscuit. There we go. We got it. Right, so the way unit upgrade. If I hover over your unit, I can see what it would do. So, for example, we'll see it up there, but you can also get that little preview down there. I believe they can only upgrade once. They might be able to upgrade twice. But if we were to upgrade the basic core, we would get an extra slot that it could use. If we were to upgrade this, then it would allow both slots to be white, which would mean any energy would go in them. I could upgrade this. It would generate 1 orange point of energy instead of 1 white point of energy. This one would downgrade the blue to a white energy, so it would allow me to load different energy into it. If I upgrade this, it would load the front unit with 3 strength. This, when loaded with 2 energy of the same point, gain 4 strength instead, which would be very, very nice. We haven't actually been making use of that at all up to now. This one would simply lower the requirement on the orange to a white, so any kind of unit could be loaded in. But honestly, I think going for the orange point over here would be the better upgrade right now, because we could gradually build that up. It wouldn't even need to be that gradual. So sure, we'll get that boosted. Mechs, logical beings governed by programs, fall into the trap of gambling due to the absolute predictability they've been owning for too long. He rolls a 10-sided dice towards a unit. Unfortunately, it doesn't land on 1, and your unit upgrades as a result. There we go. Marvellous. Okay, right, well, we could head to a shop, or we could head to a random event. We've got 21 star coins. I think we'll go to an event. You enter a bustling shop where customers keep coming in and out. However, the shopkeeper doesn't seem happy, or rather, he has a blank expression. He only says 1 sentence as each customer passes by. Welcome to my shop. Come and see if there's anything you want. Play Lonestar card. Gain 5 star coins. Sell loose high voltage amplification core. Gain 10 star coins. Or shopping. Enter the shop. I could play the Lonestar card. What is that? Okay. As if commanded, the shopkeeper leaves the customer he is trading with and takes out a deck of Lonestar cards from his pocket. Of course, he is no match for you, and in the end... Oh, okay, so it's basically Gwent. Space Gwent. You win some star coins from him. There we are. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we're doing next. Right, we're up against Mist Shadow. This is the boss of this area. The intro is, the ship is one of the famous cosmic mysteries. It's said that anyone who encounters the mist would go missing for several days and never speak of the incident again. The space government has offered a hefty reward for information on the Mist Shadow to unravel its enigma. It's got a mist generator. After loading an energy, release a mist in a random position within the same column, covering a unit. Units in mist cannot be loaded with energy or selected. The mist's position is fixed and will not change its position along with the movement of the ship. Right, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, actually, it's only going to be unfortunate if it's in the middle. Oh, really? You scoundrel. I mean, I could shimmy down, generate some extra power for us. Or I could shimmy up and be able to load... Well, I wouldn't have an orange, so yeah, we'll shimmy down. Right, let's generate an orange. We'll get that for free. I can load that in there for a little bit more. I could load it up a little bit more again if I wanted to. I pop that one in there as well, just to generate even more power. That brings us up to this point. Now, I need a 7 over there to be able to do anything, which we're not going to get. It's that simple. But what I can do is get a 5 there, drop you in. That'll bring down some of the damage coming my way. This one will win with a single point spent there. What I would love to do is get the power upgraded there, but we're not going to be able to do that, so we're just going to sit on these cards for now. That'll do. I will win one of the units there. Okay, it's only loaded one. Oh, goodness, it loaded all of them into this. Okay, fair enough. It's completely shut down my middle column. Ouch. Okay, well, I'm going to load that energy. That's a 9. I have to move. Shimmy down. Once again, loading that in there straight away. At this point, I'm going to start building these up a bit. I'll keep that for loading in the next turn. I've got a 5 that I'm going to be able to load into it when I need to. In fact, let's just load that in now. Downgrade that to a 2. That already gives me a decent chunk there. I could overwhelm you with this, which I shall do. It's, what I should have done, actually. With that 5, I should have loaded it and then moved. Because I could. It's only that I can't load stuff into it. Or click on them. I should have done that ahead of time. My bad. My bad, indeed. Right, let's load this up as well. Get a little bit of extra power there. Do I have enough to load into this? I do technically have enough to load into it. This would, I think, give it power. When loading energy, if the energy points are equal to or over the overclock threshold, this effect is triggered. I'm hoping that this permanently has 1 power, but I might be wrong about that. Either way, I'm going to lose 5 points here. That's kind of nasty. Right, what are you going to do this turn? Okay, you've disabled a weapon. That's fine. First and foremost, generate some more cards. I could just go ahead and load that in, but we won't worry about it. There we are. That's almost ready to overload. Now, I think ultimately we want to get this one fighting already. And at this point, it's already powerful enough. I could do a chunky bit of damage, and we don't have to limit our damage this time. So, how about I just dump this in there? It's going to give us a good bit of damage here. And then we'll pop 4 here. We'll... I guess we could move... Well, no, we can't. We are out of fuel. I would have been able to, but we're just going to have to accept this one for now. We want to try and do as much damage as I can, as quickly as I can, so let's do that. We'll take down 10 from them. We will win on both sides and paralyze them, but we'll take a lot more damage than I would have liked. These mist generators are a real pain. Or rather, my planning around them is a real pain. Right, let's generate another 1 point of energy. And start building that energy up a bit now. There we go. Right, that has got 1 point of power though, which is very nice. So without doing anything, I'm already doing 5 points of damage, but we need a lot more than 5. Right now, let's go for a 4. That's going to increase the power up to 2. Let's put another 4 in there. That's going to take it up to 3. That's looking very, very handsome now. Very nice indeed. I can afford to shed some of the ones that we've got now. In fact, I only need 1 point of 1 energy really to run that. But this is a turn where I can do a lot of damage, but I really do want to try and gather up to a 4 and this up to a 4 as well. So let's avoid doing too much. There we go. That's going to pull them down to 26. Good bit of an impact there. I need to win 4 battles here. And they have not loaded any mist. Interesting. Very interesting. This has already got 3 points of power, though. Super happy with that. Let's just load that twice. Generate another. And then at this stage, we're going to put... Well, we've already got 5 there, so I just need 1 4. And then one of these ones can be upgraded a bit. So load the 4 in here. Load the 5 in there. Ooh, actually, I need to load the 5 in over here, realistically. Would have liked to have loaded the 5 in there, but That would mean we'd have to just sink a bunch of damage. Not what I'm aiming for right now. So we'll just tap that up a bit. We'll get rid of this one. We'll get rid of this one. There we are. That's a solid blow. We'll equalize on this one. At least we didn't take any damage. And assuming you don't get a huge hit, that 7 shouldn't be too much of a problem for us to deal with, frankly. Let's load these in. There we go. Now, I can't upgrade any of them. That is actually a bit of a problem for me. So what I would like to do... In fact, I don't need to do anything more with it. Oh, no. Again, I haven't got the feel. Painful. Okay, well, we're not going to get too much power. We win this one. But I am going to take 4 power. 4 damage, no matter what I do. Quite a shame. Quite the shame, but there we are. So all we can do. That is such a painful ability. But this is a boss. Can I borrow a pair? No, you cannot, you scoundrel. Right, there we are. We've got our 1 star. Take the coins. Restore all HP if you're... Oh, well, really? Restore all HP? I didn't realize that was a thing that we would get from a boss fight. I'm okay with that. Right, some treasure. Radiating particles. At the end of a showdown, change the energy... Oh, sorry. Change the energy with the highest point in your hand to orange energy. Oh. Well, that's interesting. And shining iron plate. When tri-power is triggered, restore shield by 2 points. After loading a total of 3 energy, its effect is triggered. The loading progress will be retained until triggered. We don't have anything that can load 3 power yet. So unless this is specific to loading it across the entire ship, which I very much doubt, this won't help us. I think we're going to have to go for the radiating particles. There we are. We are 2 treasures away. Obtain a unit. Ooh, got a rare one there. Okay, both of them are attack units. The kinetic core. When other units you are initiated, gain 1 power. That initiates. Okay, that's very nice. And that's double upgraded as well, below looks of it. This one, overclock 9, gain 10 strength. Wow. Okay, so if we can load 9 power, then we over double it. That is a very potent weapon. However, this one is just going to gradually through a fight get stronger and stronger and stronger. So I think we have to take that one. Right, we've got a 4-day, a 3-day, a 2-day. Let's go for one of the 4 days, see what they've got. Worm delicacies are very popular among beastkin. A worm delicacy, if I could speak, tasting event is being held, and with an attitude of trying things out, you decide to participate as a cook. You have to choose which dish you will cook to compete with the others. Crispy fried worm skin. We'd get a kinetic core. And that one, if we look at... Is there much difference on this one? Because that's the base unit. It looks exactly the same, honestly. I wonder what that item is there. White worm slime, gain energy booster. Grants the front attack unit with loaded energy 3 extra strength. That's very nice. Or whole shiny worm, 50% chance to get 1 and 50% chance to get... it's a weak energy source and extreme cohesion. The energy point to be loaded equals the highest point that the unit has loaded already. Oh, wow. So if you just front load it with a powerful unit, then everything else gets loaded up. And also that's a tri-star one, which is annoying. Alright. I don't think we'd want a weak energy source, frankly. We've already got one of those. I think the energy booster plus would be a nice one, though. Let's go ahead and grab you. Although you don't win the championship, your dish impresses a beastkin judge who loves sticky food. He rewards you with a support unit. Well, thank you very much indeed. Right, let's go and do another event. You arrive at a small ship repair workshop owned by the Bounty Hunter Association. However, there's only an old engineer named Hannibal working here, which is strange. According to the association's regulations, even a small facility should have at least 3 staff members. You can get your ship repaired or obtain supplies here for free, just like in other association facilities. However, the old man is slow in movement, and he seems to expect you to help him out here. Restore 10 HP, don't need it. Star coins or 2 fuel, don't need the fuel, so I'll get the star coins, I guess. You assist the old man in fixing other merchant ships. He's delighted and gives you all the repair fees. He insists on having dinner together no matter what. The table is filled with meat dishes of many of which you've never seen before. Nevertheless, they're all incredibly delicious. Well, what a lovely little vacay we had there. Right, well, I may as well just upgrade this straight away. There we are. Very nice indeed. And at this point, we should just flip that over. Oh, okay, that's moving. What? Is that what they all look? I have no idea. Alright, well, I'm fine with me. Alright, how much time we got? We've got enough time for another battle. Do we have enough time to get to another boss? I don't know how many bosses there are. Well, actually, no, it looks like there's going to be 3. If this is going to be a really long video, I think it would be a really long video if we did too much more. You know what? We'll have one more fight. And in the time that it takes me to complete that battle, or lose it, I guess that would settle things for us. You can decide if you want to see more. If you want an extended first taste to see the rest. And if you do, you know how to let me know. Of course, with those lovely buttons down below. There we are, Master Collector Dango. As a 1-star hunter, you have claimed the bounties of the following criminals: Lin Ping, Old Chen, Hart, and Mist Noble. The association have promoted you to a 2-star hunter. Head to a new galaxy. A new galaxy? That's a very powerful drive. My lord. Okay, well, let's see what we've got over here. Right, so we're going to be up against the transition with Cabby. The elite will be Saint, piloted by Neela. The second henchman will be Replica, piloted by Pony. And this one is Counter-Strike. MSIGP 76. Okay. MSIGP 76 was originally just a development machine for Lonestar card, but after detecting a nested N-layer deadlock crash, it gained self-awareness and became a space pirate. Now it's determined to make all of those who created bugs taste the pain of being harmed. I mean, I'm on their side, really. Can I just back out of this battle? You've got a counter core. At the start of your turn, gain strength that equals the damage taken by this column in the previous turn. Oh, my lord, that sounds like we really need to... Oh, no. So basically, what you're saying is I need to very carefully manage this. We either need to alpha strike you down. Oh no, I feel that a protracted war of attrition will still end with me being absolutely messed up. Alright, well, let's just drop these in there. Doesn't really matter which order we put them in. Bump. Now, we've got a 5 there, which will automatically bump that, which will be very nice. So instead, I'm just going to use all of this time to upgrade you. There we go. Now, we're going to pop a 5 in here. Straight away. Then I'm going to follow up with a 4. Also straight away. I wonder if I can power you down. Would that be the play? To hit you really hard. Only when you're about to be paralyzed for a turn. That may be the play. So we need to win this battle convincingly. So 1 point, 1 point over there is going to win it more than convincingly, unfortunately. A 4 up here will still leave me take a bit of damage, but it'll be against my shield, so I'm okay with that. But anything in here is going to hit me pretty hard. Okay, so we'll knock off 2 points. I'm powering this up. Okay, let's see. Not the best play, but we've still got that column which hasn't got a power up yet. We're making problems for ourselves. I basically need to win this entire row now. So let's go ahead, dump power in here. I want this upgraded to a 4. The 2 of these together should be able to overwhelm this. Yes, we're going to need to. So 7. Then this will push it up to 12. We will win. I need a 4 over here, though, which I can't... Oh, well, no, actually, I will be able to get. That's a lie. I can just win this one a little bit, which I am all for. And this one a bit as well. There we go. This is going to paralyze. This is going to leave me with these two bits on it. We're going to do a bit of... Actually, I could drop that in there as well, since we are going to paralyze you this turn. Yeah, actually, I should have been dumping as much points into this as we can. Never mind. The shield's going to be gone. We're going to pull you down to 8, so I just need to do 8 worth of damage to win here. Big attack coming our way. Oh, my lord, really. Alright, let's dump these in. There we go. Get that up to a 4. That up to a 4. Right, I don't need to do anything, and we're going to absolutely demolish you at this point. You know what? I'm just going to flex. I'm not even going to load power. Looks like I have to go something. I was too busy flexing. Right, grab the star coins. Grab the fuel. Don't need it. Choose a unit to obtain. We've got the pure white core. When loading white energy, gain 2 strength. Huh. And if we upgrade that further, it would have 3 slots. Well, that would be... If I just dumped low-value white cards into it, it would have a +6 no matter what. Or we can get the nuclear accumulator. Okay. Trip power. Gain double strength. The strength of the unit is doubled for 1 turn. But we don't really have anything that does tri-power. I keep saying trip power, but it's tri-power. I mean, maybe we should grab something like this and just see what we can do with it. Because we're not balancing this one. Sure, I'll pick this up. We'll swap these out, like so. Now, I can't load anything else as yet, but eventually we'll be able to. You know what? We'll go on our vacation before I wrap up the video. So, we've got some more star coins. So we're up to 40. That's a good shop's worth. But let's try an event. When you open the engine cover of a newly purchased unit, you find the words "one more" written on it. The unit merchant is talking to a bunch of people, each holding the same engine cover. Choose carefully, get a chance to select 1 out of 3 common units, or leave it to fate. Gain 1 rare unit, yes. The rare unit booth is so crowded that you can't even squeeze in. You're forced to reach out in and grab 1 item blindly. We've got a high energy induction. Okay, well, I'll take it. Let's have a look at you. When generating orange energy within a turn, gain 1 strength. Oh. And guess what we do every single turn? Alright, and if we upgrade that further, when generating orange energy within a turn, gain 2 strength. Well, well, well. I am very okay with this idea. Now, it's strength, not power, so it'll only generate 1 free point of damage that turn. Is that better than these? It's possibly better than this, since it'll automatically gain some extra power. But that's our ship as it stands. If you're interested in seeing a little bit more out of Lonestar, then do let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, St. Algorithmus will be paying close attention to those buttons and which ones you decide to push. But that really is going to be it for now. Once again, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video, whatever that may be. But until then, and as always, do take care, everyone.